All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Autonauts. Now, you thought we finished with Autonauts, didn't you? Well, so did I. I thought I finished with Autonauts too. But then Autonauts has been coming out on a regular basis with updates, and some of them are really exciting. So I took a look at their roadmap, and they are aggressive. They're almost as aggressive as Astroneer, like once a month updates. And so since the last time that we played, they came out in November with the I was about to say Autonauts, with the Autonauts update, which added in a bunch of new recipes and new apparel, and then added in gnomes because everybody loves a lawn gnome. And then in December, they came out with the Xmas Knots update. Man, that's a mouthful to say. Xmas Knots update, which again, new flora and fauna, new buildings, new food, which is really cool. And so that was part of their whole agricultural revolution. Right? They've added in some more new agriculture related stuff in November and December. But as of January, they introduced their Age of Steam concept. And so they're moving into more Steam related tools and stuff. And so in January, they added modding support, which is great for those modders out there that want to start building for Autonauts. They added in steam engines and trains, health and medicine, new shelters. And then coming in, well, hopefully this month in February, it's Waternauts update, in which they're going to be adding in new fish and new fishing types and aquariums and stuff. And then March, again, they're having another update with their Easternauts, which is going to be more flora and fauna and building recipes and just general all new purpose recipes as well. And then they're going to continue on into after April. They go into this concept of Age of Enlightenment, which is education in art, transcendency. So I don't know what transcendency is, maybe religion related, silk, oil refinery, new buildings, new apparel, new recipes, new flora and fauna. I mean, a lot of stuff is coming out. And Autonauts is a fun game, and it's the programmer in me that loves the game because the way that you tell these bots to do things is with kind of a pseudo coding language. And it really makes the game exciting because you've got to think about some of these things that you're putting together. You've got to essentially do a little basic programming to put these bots together and tell them what to do. And I love that concept. I love the concept of this game. Now, it does take a little bit of time to do things. Some things take hours to accomplish, but okay, that's part of the game. And there's other things that you can do while you're waiting for things to finish, like research to finish or gathering up enough resources and stuff. It's almost like the standard survival games of today, 7 Days to Die, Ark, anything where you're gathering up a bunch of resources, and that takes time. So it's same here. It takes time here too. It's not instant. But once you get beyond that and you've got all the resources and you start moving forward, then you've got to build all of this stuff and possibly program completely new set of bots to work a production line. And that's where it really gets a lot of fun. So we're going to start up this series again. We're going to kick it off, and I'm going to get really into it. I'm going to get as far as we can possibly go. I'm not going to stop this series. I'm going to chop up the video so that you don't have to watch the long waits, but I'm going to get into making sure that we can get all the way down to the latest level of technology, the highest level of technology, and exploring what we can do in Autonauts. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks. All right, so last we left off, we've got a bunch of stuff built up. We were working on this farm. We got this farm all built up. We've got the new workbenches down so that we could then, change this bot workbench to be the newest, latest, greatest bot workbench. But we ultimately haven't upgraded all the bots. And I think what we really should do is invest some time and upgrade the bots because, the bots are doing all the work, right? And so some of them are not going as fast as I would like them to go. But the only way that I can see to get around that is either creating brand new bots and reprogramming them, which is kind of a pain because I have a lot of them, or just to upgrade the existing ones. And I haven't done the math on it. I don't know if it's more efficient to just create a brand new one as opposed to upgrading it, but it's probably the same cost. So let's do that. Let me upgrade these bots. That's going to take some time. So I'll be back when that process is done because there's no sense in watching all that. It's just going to be going back and forth and building like bot heads and bot bodies and reattaching them to existing bots. So I'll be back when that's all completed. Alright, so I finally got all the bots taken care of. They're all upgraded to, what is it, the Mark II bot. And it took some time. I mean, that took like a good 40 minutes to an hour to upgrade all the bots. We had to create the heads, the bodies, and the wheel contraption for like a good 20-something bots. And man, we're running out of resources and we had to build back up, and I had to wind up building additional storage down here. And then also during that time, I actually wound up unlocking a couple pieces of research during that process, which was I did the plant breeding research that got completed, the robotics technology got completed, and I was able to start another one. No, maybe it wasn't robotics technology. Maybe it was the shelter cabin that got done, and something else. There was another thing. Maybe the technology, construction technology got completed, because I remember these log things coming out. So we need to put a little bit more research on. Actually, we're doing construction technology now. There was a lot of things that happened. I don't remember. It took like an hour. So I had things humming and rolling. Things seem to be working a lot faster now. The robots can move from point A to point B faster. You know, the worker bots, like, I think this is Warfrat. So his job is to pick up logs and transport logs back over to this location. Honestly, I think he could use a speed boost. So let's work on getting him a speed boost. That should be pretty easy. It's crude gears. And let's just set that. Crude gears happen to be planks, I believe. Yeah, 1 plank. So let's get 4 planks. We'll get the 4 gears created. And then I think it was like a pole or something to be able to upgrade that. So let's get these gears in. Okay, get these all picked up. Oh, I can only carry 2 at a time. Figures. Move those over. Now you can have bots doing all of this stuff. It's just a matter of when, you know, what to automate. You know, building up these particular items, they like speed boosts and stuff like that. I don't think it's, you know, beneficial to do it right now, but we'll see. So here he is. Here's Warfrat. Let's find him. I think he's under the Foresters group. Yep. Let's stop what he's doing. Bring him back over to me. Call him over. And let's upgrade. Let's give him that speed boost. So now, if I look at him, he has his speed boost of feet. And let's see how fast he goes. Let's turn back on. So he's running a little bit faster. I'm curious if I can do a double speed boost on him. Let's try it, because I haven't tried double speed boosting, or, you know, giving the same boost twice to any bot. So let's give it a shot. If not, I could use this speed boost on somebody else. So it's not like we're wasting it. Yeah, we can just give it to somebody else. If this doesn't work. But now he's humming along. He's moving pretty fast. You can see him up there. Let's move these gears over. Should time him, see how fast he really goes, right? And then let's get this going here. Get this speed boost going. Okay, let's select him, stop him, and bring him over to me. We'll pick this up. We'll give him a second one. Yeah. It's not going to allow me to give him a second one, which is too bad. You should be able to double boost him. But it's okay. We'll use that speed boost on somebody else. So let's send Warfrat on his way. And let's use that speed boost on probably one of the berry pickers if they don't already have speed boosts on there. So let's look at the berry guys. He's got a speed boost. They've got a speed boost. We could use it on one of the pickers. So let's take 15, bring him over to me, and we'll put the speed boost on to 15. There he is. He was kind of slow coming to me. Alright, give him a speed boost and we'll send him on his way. One other thing I don't like about upgrading the bots, if you notice that window, that dialogue just disappeared. And yeah, I think it should stay up. When you give them an addition, it should stay up there. It shouldn't go away. But, okay, whatever. Because it winds up, you have to turn off the code to bring them over to you. And then you bring them over to you and you give them the speed boost, and then it closes this window down, so you have to reopen the window to turn them back on again. That's kind of inefficient. Okay, so there's other boosts that I can, like, you know, I don't know that I need to worry about the cutting guys. Look, they're totally on top of it. The cutting and the planting and all that doesn't really need to be changed at all. Gathering of stone and stick, that really doesn't need to be changed either because they're on top of it. Food production, now that I moved them over to the bot 2, it seems like they're moving and picking up items significantly faster. Now that when they get into the berry bushes, they slow down. I don't know if there's any way that you can get around that. I think that that is just something that you're gonna have to look at. You know, hopefully that version 3 bot is gonna solve that problem. So a lot of this is just letting the game run to complete whatever you need to complete. Now, I did get some new items, right? So, some of the new items I got was the log cabin, which stores bots. And honestly, I don't really need to store any bots right now because we're using all of our bots. And then also, I've got some new wall construction, which I'm not to the point where I want to, you know, lay down roots. I don't want to build any kind of you know, what do I want to say? Like an infrastructure, like a base. I want to surround anything with anything, right? I'm not up to the max level of all my stuff, so I don't want to make anything pretty around it yet. And let's see, yeah, I got a pathway, and we've got some farming, right? So we can do crude plant breeding was one of the things that I picked up. Now I have no idea what this does. I'm kind of curious. What this thing, I mean, is this something that is used for farming? So let's find out. Let's put it down and let's build it up and see what happens. So that is, let's move it over a little bit. Let's move it over one area right there, and then it's 2 logs. That's the thing that takes a while to pick up. You can only carry 1 log at a time, and you move slow when you carry the log. At least I do, because I'm just a little dude. And so I'm going to put this over here, and then 8 planks and 4 poles. Let's get the 4 poles taken care of. And then we'll go ahead and get the planks. Have to make 2 trips for that. Luckily, it's not that far. I have no idea what this building does. One of the things that, you know, Autonauts is not really great on is tooltip information. I mean, it says crude plant breeding station. That's it. It doesn't say what it breeds, doesn't say how it breeds, doesn't do any of that. So if I look at this, okay, I can breed carrots with 2 pumpkin seeds and some weeds. And I get carrot seeds out of that? Interesting. And I can do coconuts. Bulrush seeds and tree seeds. Wow, that's a lot for a coconut. Alright, don't know if I'm going to use that or not yet. Because my current food production is based off of berries. And I don't really have a need to change it because it seems to be working well. I wonder if that's part for like tier 3 food and stuff. Let's look at it. So if I look at, let's see if I focus on, I would have to get for tier 3 food, I would have to do the pottery technology, which I require clay. I don't think I have clay yet. And then I would have to do the cooking technology. And that would allow me to get to the next level. I'm going to need the simple pots to be able to put my food into simple pots. And I think I also need that for the crude cooking pot too, the clay for the crude cooking pot. You know, there are some things with some stars on there, which I think is the absolute must technologies that you need to be able to really get into the level 3 work. And I could start getting into level 3 work. I'm not ready yet. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I probably should get completed first before I get to level 3. I would like to get to the next bot level, which was it? That's level 4. It's level 5. It's level 5 tech. I'm a long way off before I can get the Mark III bots, and that's fine because I don't know if I'd want to go through the whole process of upgrading the bots all over again. So that's where we're at. That's where we're gonna leave this episode.